Hey, what's up guys? How are you today? Today we have an interview with someone. They told me that they live there in the woods. Let's see what happens to them and let's see their story. Doctors say that he was gonna die and he is still alive, they told me. But let's see what is going on with his health, what is happening. He's still alive, but he's expecting to die at any moment. Today, we're here to see Skip. Skip lives here. It's very, very strange to see all this disorganized, like the way it looks. Most of them, it's always a little disorganized. It's not like this. First time I see something like this. We are here in the woods. He has a couple of medical conditions. And according to doctors, he wasn't supposed to be alive. But God is more powerful than any doctor. God is the God of all the doctors. He's the doctor of the doctors. All right. So let's talk to Skip today. Skip, how are you?
I'm doing all right. What about yourself?
I'm fine. Thank you so very much for having me. I heard about you and your condition, but first of all, when you were sitting down, you said that you ain't got no needs. What do you mean you ain't got no needs?
My right knee, I need a total knee replacement. They're going to do one. I was scheduled for one. My insurance company had been paying a Uber to take me back and forth to my apartment. My appointment's at CMC in Charlotte. That's where I was having it done. And the one that I had to go this particular day was at 1 o'clock. And they had been picking me up at that Sicko station right there. It's Kingsway on Bessemer City Road.
Yep.
Well, they were supposed to pick me up at 1 that day to take me down there to start my procedure, and I made it there about 3 minutes after 1. The Uber was gone, didn't wait on me, so I've never had it rescheduled or nothing. But it's as simple as getting it rescheduled. They've already done all the preliminaries, you know. But really, I believe I'm a little too old, and since I got this little go-go cart, I really don't have to be, you know, that little go-go cart right
What
there.
is missing?
That's a go-go cart. Oh,
yeah, I see it has 2 batteries.
Oh yeah, I got the front of it's just got to be put back on it because I lost it.
But it works?
Oh yeah, that runs. I ride that. It ain't been rode in about at least 3 weeks because I had lost the key to it, and I just now got it back fixed. But
All
put
right.
the front back on it sometime today after I get all this cleaned up around here. But
Skip, you have a very clear accent. Where is that accent from?
I'm from Gary, Indiana. I was raised in Indianapolis.
Oh, Indiana?
Yeah, Indiana.
Oh.
That's the capital of Indianapolis.
Yeah. How about school, Skip? How was school?
I was a menace in school, man. I flunked the 5th grade once, and at this time I was in school, and yeah, I was in where was I? I wasn't in Indianapolis, and I was in Hammond. Was I in Hammond? Yeah, I was in Hammond. I grew up in Hammond. My mother married some guy, my stepfather, and he was a truck driver. But my 5th grade year, my 5th grade year, yeah, my 5th grade year was in Hammond, Indiana. But I flunked that year, and they was gonna flunk me again the 5th grade. You get behind 2 grades in grade school, you're in real trouble. So they called my family down, my mother and father down to the school board, and made an agreement with them that if they didn't try to enroll me in any more of the public schools in Marion County, that they would go on past me to the 6th grade. So my father put me in a military school up at the top of the state of Indiana. It's called Howell Military. It's in Howell, Indiana. It's about 10 miles from Sturgis, Michigan, right on the Michigan and Indiana state line. But I went up there that whole year, and I did excelled in sports, basketball, football, and never got below a B, and did pretty good. And he told me I could graduate from there if I wanted to. He's going to pay for it, but it cost so much money. I just decided to go back to the public schools. Went back to the public schools, went into the 7th and 8th grade at a place called, it used to be a Catholic high school in my neighborhood called John F. Kennedy, but they made it into a public middle school, 7th and 8th grade. I went there, did all right, kind of hung out. That's when I started just kind of straying from things that I should have actually been doing that I wasn't doing. I mean, you look on all that now, and that's hindsight, you know what I'm saying? But then I went into my freshman year, and I didn't do too good after that. I think that's when I started smoking weed, hanging out behind the high school with the girls.
You started with weed.
Yeah.
That was your starting.
My freshman year of high school, and so I finally couldn't go to school from smoking it all the time, hanging out back with the fellas, and I finally just dropped out of school. My father didn't like that at the time. My stepfather.
What grade did you step out?
My freshman year. I never even completed it, but I did get it finally, fool around, get a general equivalent diploma, you know, and I've got a couple vocations. I cut hair for about 3 years, and I got another vocation, small engine repair. So, but
about your family, Skip, how many brothers and sisters do you have? Your parents are still alive?
Oh no, I haven't got no parents alive. I got a son. I've got one son. Well, he's my biological son. When I moved down here, I married a woman a couple years after I come down here that had 2 children, and I consider them my children, but they're both grown. But I've only got one son, and brothers and sisters. I've got 2 sisters. I think my youngest one's still alive. I ain't seen none of them because they're up north and I'm down here still. My mother and father's dead. My oldest sister's dead. My youngest sister, she lived up in the eastern peninsula in Michigan, but I haven't heard from her. I mean, she might even be dead now. I don't know, you know, but she's the only surviving immediate family that I've got, you know.
How old are you?
65.
65.
65, yeah. Had somewhat of a hard life, but everybody's a dealt a hand in life. That's the way I look at it. You dealt a hand, that's how you play it. I played mine all right for a few years, you know, but then after that, just I wasn't playing it right, and I'm where I'm at now.
All right, you mentioned that you started doing weed at a high school. I can imagine it came rolling until today. But let's talk specifically about what brings you up to this part? How did you get out and decide to live on the streets? How was that?
Well, I went through a divorce. I married a female down here. We had a nice home, 3-bedroom brick right down the road here on Fairview Drive. Had a good job.
Here?
New truck and all that. And
you were a truck driver?
No. It's a new.
You mentioned your stepfather.
I financed. Yeah, my stepfather was a truck driver, but I financed the new 06 Nissan Titan 06.
Nice car.
I purchased that house in 06, and I got married in 06 after being down here just about 2 years, because I come down here in October of 2004. But one thing led to another. I got to drinking, you know, and got to straying, and, you know, just stuff like that, you know. Then we separated, me and my wife that I married down here, and she just finally cut out on me, you know, because I wasn't trying to do nothing better. I was still working. I was a functional alcoholic, but man, lost my driver's license, everything, you know. when they let me out from over there, they didn't. I was on 4 different drip bags of different types of antibiotics because they didn't know exactly what to fight was wrong with me, what type of antibiotic to use. So when I got out of there, they never prescribed me an antibiotic. Shortly thereafter, I got septic, almost died.
Do you have any contact with her?
Oh, my ex-wife? Yeah, I talked to her probably 1 time in a year.
Oh.
She lives in Clover, South Carolina.
Not too far.
She's a good woman, don't get me wrong. Everything was excellent for a while. It was just how you could dream of it, you know. But once I started drinking that alcohol, it was over. But I don't drink no more. I haven't drank in about 7
You don't drink now?
No.
Because you have a condition.
Oh yeah, I got a liver condition. I got a hepatitis C and I got cirrhosis. My liver looks pretty bad. Matter of fact, I seen it again Thursday I was in the hospital again. Then Friday they took me to another hospital because my blood count went down two things from 10 to 8.
So you mentioned that you have all these together, your knee, your right knee, liver, cirrhosis, and hepatitis?
Yeah, hepatitis C. I got hepatitis C.
C?
I've been having hepatitis C, I think.
For how long?
I think they discovered I had it in 1993, but I may have had it before then, you know.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And how do you feel physically now? How do you feel? You feel okay?
No, I stay run down all the time, but it's because I got some blood problems. You know, I just had a operation where they cut out a piece of my colon. It's been back in September. They cut out a piece of it because I was bleeding, losing blood through my bowels, and I had lost so much that my blood level was down to 3, and the ideal level for somebody with a good liver and everything is 12, I think they told me. So, and I was all the time real weak. I knew something was wrong with me, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know it was that. And I would fall out and everything, you know what I mean? I'd get up from a chair and I'd be real wobbly and dizzy and lightheaded. So finally, the last time I fell out in front of this gas station, and they took me down there and they figured out they had to give me 4 pints of blood. I stayed in the hospital for 11 days.
5?
4 pints.
So I'm gonna take advantage now about what he's explaining. He has a liver is not working. He needs a surgery. His right knee, he needs platinum. I don't know, you name it. So I would like to call the attention of any authority, any foundation, any government authority, any government person in charge, anyone. He has this condition, a liver condition, a condition in his knees, cirrhosis and hepatitis C. It's too much for him, but he obviously needs help. We're gonna appreciate your attention. As usual, my phone number is 551-312-6515. All right, you can text or call, or you can send us an email to extremepeoplefoundation@gmail.com, and it would be appreciated. Any help, any clothes, any shoes, food would be extremely helpful for him. All right, so I take advantage and I call the attention of any institution that would like to cooperate with this guy. What would you have to tell to young people?
To young people? Well, I don't think as much as education anymore as it was for years. You know, they used to say, oh, don't quit school, go get your education and all that. It ain't as much as being able to get a good job if you got education, because I've had some good jobs. I worked for people. I didn't have no education in industrial electrical. You know, I learned all that while I was at the place I was at. But I would probably tell people, you know, if you can get a job, you know, and you got something going, don't mess that up. Just keep that going you don't want to get in this situation right here because it's like a trap. It's so hard to get. It's easy to get into, but it's hard to get out of.
Yes.
Because
it's like the jail.
You're gonna need some help of some type. Believe me, I'm 65 years old. Who's gonna hire somebody 65 years old? Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
about your experiences outside in these woods, what's the worst you can mention?
Like, what about a head-on motorcycle wreck? That's what started my downfall as far as my health. In 2012, I had a head-on motorcycle wreck right up on Bessemer City Road, and they had to lifeline me to 2 different hospitals, and I was on life support for about 6 weeks, and I was in the severe head and body trauma unit of on the 11th floor of CMC in Charlotte for 8 months. I had to learn how to walk and talk again, you know. That's probably been my worst experience, man.
Have you ever been in jail?
Oh yeah. I did some time in jail in the state of Indiana, you know. Matter of fact, I paroled down here in October of 2004, but yeah.
And for how long were you there?
Probably most of my young adult life. Probably from, I know exactly how long it was.
10 years, 12, 15?
More than that.
More than that. Wow.
October 31st, 1978, I went to the penitentiary in the state of Indiana. I paroled here on Interstate Compact, October 25th of 2004, and I've been here ever since.
So from 78 to 2000?
27 years. I was supposed to do 25, but I did 2 extra years because I stabbed a guy in 1983.
In there?
March of 83. Yeah.
In there you stabbed that guy?
Yeah. He almost died.
Wow.
They took 2 years of my previously earned good time, which didn't mean shit back then in 83 because I just started the bit in 78. And you don't think you're never getting out. That's why I'm cell phone illiterate right now, computer illiterate, because when I went to prison, they didn't have cell phones. They had a phone was like this, looked like one of them Army walkie-talkie phones. There was one carrier, and the charger for it was in between your seats. If you had bucket seats, if it wasn't, it was in your glove box. And you just stuck it down and kept it charged. But yeah, that was in October 78. Like I said, I paroled down here October 25th, 2004.
Wow, a while.
And like I said, that's why I'm computer illiterate and don't know about a lot of, you know, like the TVs, the controls, shit like that right there. I don't want to know about them, you know. When I get a phone, I get one of them little flip phones you can text on or call on. That's all I need, you know, because I don't know none of the functions of them phones. The first year I was out, I had 11 phones in 12 months because they wouldn't. I know they're supposed to do such and such, but I don't know how to make them do them because I don't know the functions on how to get to the functions. And I would slam them. I would throw them out the car window or the truck window on my way to work, whatever, you know. Or they'd get picked up or I'd lose them. But I had 11 of them in 12 months anyway. But
about that seal you have in your right hand, that's from the hospital, right?
What?
The seal, the bracelet, those bracelets.
Oh,
that's from the hospital, right?
This is the one from Thursday when they took me to, this is the one I went to, I'll tell you. One of them was Kings Mountain. I went on Kings Mountain Thursday, and then Friday I fell out down that gas station because I hadn't been taken. Yeah, one of these was from Gaston Memorial. This was And
how do you get to the hospital? You call 911 or what?
Yeah, the ambulance come got me both times. I fell out. They had to come and get me. Let me see. It don't say what.
Skip, what would you do if some institution comes and pick you up and wants to help?
Oh, I need help. Shoot, I would.
You would take it?
Yeah, if it wasn't, you know, something that I could do a little in return for them too. See, some people, they look at me like because I'm on that cane or I'm on that even people that I know, they try to treat me like I'm an invalid. You know what I mean? Like I'm a handicap that I can't do nothing because I'm on that cane and stuff. But I can do a little something, you know. I do stuff on my own, but yeah, they try to treat me like that, and I don't want nobody to just do for me and do for me and do for me with nothing in return. I've never been like that in my life. I try to shoot. I do a lot of people. I do a lot of stuff for people around here, like down there at that Kingsway. Like when somebody's gone, like I worked 3 weeks in a row for somebody that got bad sick and they was gone. I worked 3 weeks in a row for them. I know the manager down there, and I do odds and end jobs around here, you know. I pick up some of these parking lots. For instance, across the street here, behind the West End Barbershop, there's a building right there that he just leased out to a guy from Charlotte and his business partner named Mr. Terry. And I kind of keep that parking lot cleaned up, me and a guy named Ron, and kind of keep people shooed on out of his doorway because they leave beer bottles and everything. But they opened a senior center, and we definitely needed one of them around here. There is no senior center nowhere, and nowhere. He had a good idea, him and his business partner.
He does?
Yeah. It's got pool tables in it. They'll have bingo during the day, and you can stay all day long, whatever. Some days he said they're going to serve lunch, you know. So it's a good idea for this area. I've been on this West End since I've lived here in this state, and man, it should have things like it. It's opening up to different things. There's a matter of fact, this young Mexican guy, hey, he's got a restaurant down on this corner here, and he started out with one of the food carts out on the corner of Hudson and Davis Park Road. I remember I used to eat at it when I went to that laundromat, and pops up down here. He's leased this building. He's got so much stuff going right now. I like to see young people get things, you know what I'm saying? Be able to get things.
Yeah, I know him besides.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah.
Good guy.
I used to work with him in Boost Bubble. He used to be my manager.
Yeah. Hey.
They call him Chewy.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Hey, he's got a lot of stuff going.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
I'm talking about a whole lot of stuff going. But he's worked to get it. That's like these guys down here at this tire shop. They're from over here in Jenkins Heights, this little neighborhood across these railroad tracks right behind me. And there's 3 of them. 2 of them's brothers, and the other one is a real good growed up friend, run around friend all their life type of thing. And they started this, matter of fact, they started it when I first come to this state 24 years ago. And they started it from junk tires, and now it's, man, they've got so much. Them young guys like that I got respect for, because a lot of people, and that's why I don't want people to do shit for me, because I don't think that anybody owes me nothing, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to think that they do because of how I am. I'll sit out there in front of the store down there some of the time and drink me a Slurpee, and people will get out of cars and try to hand me money and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell them I don't need that money, and some of the time they keep on insisting, but I don't ask people for no money. I don't panhandle, I don't do none of that, and I get about $357 a month early retirement, and I try to make it last, but it may last about a week and a half. You know.
All right. So, Skip, lastly, what message would you have to send to your family if they watch this video?
I couldn't tell you, because me and my family weren't never real close, you know, but I got 10 grandbabies, 7 down here and 3 up in Indianapolis, and before I die, which won't be much more, because like I said, my liver's so ate up with cirrhosis and hepatitis C, I mean, the doctors even told me, you know, they ain't give me no time, but if I take care of myself in between that time, then I'll live a little longer. But it's inevitable that I'm gonna die of cirrhosis. It eats your liver up. But I just want to be at peace, you know, before I die and spend some time with my grandkids. That's what I want to do, and my family. I don't know what I'd say to them, you know. I wouldn't let them know I was in this situation because I don't want no help from them, you know what I mean? If I wanted some help, I could get with my stepson. Like I said, he's got a construction business. That's who I worked for when I fell bad sick.
Do you have any phone number they can contact you? Or someone's phone number close to you?
I got a lady down the street here, down the road here. She runs this storage unit, Bessemer City Road storage unit. It's across street from the Quarter Car Wash. Her name's Barbara. She's worked for the people that own that for 33 years. And,
all right.
I do a little odds and ends stuff for her, you know, and like I got a security camera at her house I got to move, and a motion sensor light I got to put up in her drive. But she helps me out here and there, you know. I don't ask her for nothing. She just takes it upon herself to do it, you know. And I don't charge her to do nothing for her when I do stuff for her. And her, she's about the only one. But I'm getting ready to get another phone. Probably sometime next month I'm gonna get me another phone.
All right.
I got her number. That'd be it. She takes she's my mailing address. She lives out on Pine Top out there right before you get to Dallas by that food line on New Hope. But I got her number if you want me to give you that one.
You know it by memory?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can provide it. I'll write it down on display.
Yeah.
What's the phone number?
704.
704?
Yeah. 747.
747?
71.
71?
37.
37.
Yeah.
So any of your family that watches this video, you can contact Skip on this phone number he has provided. This one on display now, it's someone's close to Skip, and you can contact him on that phone. I strongly appreciate you guys for watching this video. And one more time, any foundation, any institution, any government institution that is watching this video, any help for him, it would be appreciated. Liver condition, knee condition, hepatitis C, and cirrhosis is too much for a human. Too much for a human. So anyone could help, it would be appreciated. Again, my phone number is 551-312-6515. Skip, say goodbye to the audience and send them a message.
All right. I appreciate your time, and hopefully I'll get to doing better, but I need assistance, you know, but I don't want nobody just give me nothing, you know. If somebody does something for me, I want to do a little work for them or something. Like I said, I do electrical work. I work on small engines. I do sheetrock. I paint. I do most handyman stuff. I work for my son's construction business for years. But yeah.
Great. It's okay. So guys, thank you so very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time. Goodbye.